Game 162 of 162 for all the marbles today. And the Yankees are in a dead heat with the Toronto Blue Jays. So the best case scenario is if the Yankees win, the Blue Jays lose, then the Yankees win a division. If they tie, they both win or they both lose, the Blue Jays get the division, the tiebreaker, and they win a division. Okay? And the same thing applies in the National League. The Mets and the Reds. The Reds own the tiebreaker. So if the Mets win and the Reds lose, the Mets get in. It's not the division. This is the playoffs, the wild card. If the Mets win and the Reds win, the Mets are gone. If the Mets lose and the Reds lose, the Mets are gone. So the Mets either don't get in the postseason today or get in the postseason today. The Yankees either win the division or the number one seed in the wild card. Either way, this is for all the marbles today. So my apologies for not going late last night. I had an event for work and it ran late, and it also rained. We got rained on. I got soaking wet, and it sucked. And I got home late. But summarize yesterday's game. The Yankees won. Got home run activity. Jazz Chisholm's X-rays are clean, so he's not in the lineup today. And I'm gonna put the lineup out in a little bit. His X-rays are clean, so I'm guessing he's day to day. They just want to have him ready for the postseason. Okay, but the lineup itself: Trent Grisham's leading off in center field. Ben Rice batting second at first base. Aaron Judge batting third in right field. 53 home run Aaron Judge. Cody Bellinger batting cleanup left field. Stanton DHing batting fifth. Austin Wells at the dish batting sixth. Anthony Volpe at shortstop batting seventh. Ryan McMahon batting eighth at third base. And Jose Caballero batting ninth at second base. And finishing the last game of the season, Luis Hill. That's who the Yankees line up, and yes, who's pitching for the Yankees against the Orioles today. So this is it, right, guys? So I will go live later tonight, not right after the game. Because once I know, and I have a couple folks joining me, a couple of content creators who want to break down the postseason roster based on who we're playing. We don't know who we're going to play yet, right? So it all depends on what happens today in certain games. But the plan of attack against the Blue Jays is different than it is the Red Sox. Houston Astros, I think, got eliminated last night for the first time in, I don't know, a while now. Houston Astros not even in the playoffs. So it's now the Mariners are in. And I think the Guardians, right? So the plan of attack for each team is different. There are certain rotations that have no lefties. There are certain rotations that have half lefties. So the 25th and 26th man have to be different. And again, the roster is being cut from 28 to 26. So there will be some fine tuning with that as well. Okay? Yeah, Astros are eliminated, gang. Really quickly, let's break this down. Football, week 4. Minnesota, right there. I didn't even realize they were starting early. Pittsburgh's up 24-14 on the Vikings right now. The Washington's in Atlanta face the Falcons. Atlanta's a 2-point favorite. The over-under is 43.5 points. This is for folks that like to bet on football. New Orleans is in the Buffalo to face the Bills. But the Bills are 15-point favorites. 15. Over-under is 48 points. Cleveland's in Detroit to face the Lions. And I'll get back to talking baseball in a minute. Detroit's a 10-point favorite. Over-under is 44.5. Carolina's in New England to face the Patriots. Who are a 5.5 point favorite. 5.5 point favorite. Over-under is 43.5. The LA Chargers are in the MetLife to face the Giants. The Chargers are 6-point favorites. No surprise. They're really good. The Giants stink right now. Over-under is 44. The Eagles are in Tampa to face the Buccaneers, who beat the Jets last week in a very tight game. Frustrating loss. Phillies is 3.5-point favorite. Over-under is 44. Tennessee's in Houston to face the Texans. Houston's a 7-point favorite. Over-under is 38.5. The Colts are in LA to face the Rams. The Rams are a 3.5-point favorite. Over-under is 49.5. Jacksonville Jags in San Francisco to face the Niners, who are a 3.5-point favorite. Over-under is 46.5. The Ravens are in Kansas City. That's a big one to face the Chiefs. Ravens are a 2.5-point favorite. Over-under is 48.5. The Bears are in Las Vegas to face the Raiders. The Raiders are 1.5-point favorite. Over-under is 47.5. The Packers are in Dallas to face the Cowboys. Packers are a 7-point favorite. Over-under is 47.5. My Jets are in Miami to face the Dolphins. The Dolphins are a 2.5-point favorite. Over-under is 45. And last but not least, Cincinnati Bengals are in Denver to face the Broncos. The Denver Broncos are a 7.5-point favorite. Over-under is 44 points. Okay, that's NFL Week 4. Now, back to the Yankees. This is it, right? The Astros are done, yes. So, no tin cans, no cameras in the field, none of that stuff. Now, we'll see what happens with the Mets, right? We've been trolled all year by Mets fans, right? And this is it. It's either going to be the Mets versus the Dodgers if they get in, or the Reds versus the Dodgers if they get in for the first round. The winner of that round faces the Phillies in the divisional round. So the Dodgers are playing the wild card game, or the wild card, that first round. They're not playing the initial wild card round, because that's essentially a best of 3 series for the 2 lower seeded wild card teams, higher seed wild card teams. So, and then you have a division winner versus a wild card team. The winner of that goes against the division winner who gets a bye. So the Phillies and the Brewers have a bye. So, and right now we just don't know what American League teams get byes yet. So, it could be the Yankees today if they win the division, or it could be the Blue Jays if they win the division. They would have the Yankees right now. They have the second best record in, I think, in baseball, behind the Brewers, if I'm not mistaken. So it's right there. It's right there. But we need the Yankees to come through today and win no matter what. And we need the Blue Jays. Come on, Tampa. If you want to pay us back and say thank you for letting us use our stadium in Tampa all year, this is a way to do it, Rays. Shut down the Blue Jays today, baby. Let's go. This is how we want you to thank us. Just beat the Blue Jays, please. We'll take care of our end here against the Orioles. No. Let's go, baby. But again, this I knew it was going to happen, right? We say it every year. I've been saying it for a year now. It's always this way in the American League. It goes right down to the last day, last week. We still have teams that yet to be decided who are going to get in. And we don't know who's going to get in the National League either. So this is baseball. This is what baseball is all about. This is how it should be. There's all these narratives of the Yankees tie. Well, they didn't win. The Blue Jays didn't win the division. The Yankees lost the division. That's a narrative set ahead of time by people. We factoring all the injuries that the Yankees have had. We factoring in all that stuff, right? It's the strength of schedule versus the strength of schedule versus the other teams. Are folks factoring these things in? I don't know. I don't think so. I prefer the Yankees to win the division, Ollie. Yes, I do. To give Jazz a little breather and some of their bullpen a little breather, right? And we do have, so Brent Hedrick has a locker. Because what I'm hearing is, if the Yankees go to the wild card round, Luis Hill's not going to be on the wild card roster because he will have pitched today, which makes sense. They'll bring Hedrick in for the wild card round, which gives them a fresh arm. So that will happen if the Yankees go to the wild card round today, starting Tuesday. Hedrick will be replacing Luis Hill. And beyond that, we don't know. JC Escar's, so teams can carry an extra catcher for a taxi squad. JC Escar's here, staying loose as part of the taxi squad. So I'm not sure if he'll be part of the 26-man roster. We'll see. That we're gonna know more today based on what happens. So Yankees were, they weren't supposed to, exactly, NFE. They weren't supposed to make the postseason. They were supposed to be like a 4th place team, right? So this is the type of crap that people push on other channels and on Discord and Twitter and YouTube. Like, they call themselves real fans. They call themselves, get out of here. Get out of here. Really. People say, don't tell me how to fan. You can fan anybody how you want. Doesn't mean it doesn't come with consequences. Doesn't mean people are not going to call you out for fanning like that. Just like you troll people who, I get called a Boone apologist all the time. Cashman apologist all the time, right? Just because I built both sides of the story. That's a narrative put forth by other people. I don't care. But that's what people tell me all the time, right? You've heard it on the live streams all the time, in the comments, all the time people call me that. Right? Yeah, Juan Soto specifically said he chose the Mets because they thought they were going to be a better team this year and better team for the future. So he specifically said that. Yeah, we went over the lineup, Jonathan. I already went over it. For those that were in here that haven't heard the lineup, I'll do it again right now. Trent Grisham's leading off in center field. Ben Rice batting second at first base. Aaron Judge batting third in right field. Cody Bellinger cleaning up left field. Giancarlo Stanton batting fifth at DH. Austin Wells batting sixth at the dish. Anthony Volpe batting seventh at shortstop. Ryan McMahon batting eighth at third base. And Jose Caballero batting ninth at second base. Speed and athleticism there. And Luis Hill's on the mound. Consigliere. Yeah, exactly. You got to tell the trolls, thank you, Consigliere. That's why he's the Tom Hagen of the 161 River Ave. Laying down the law. Telling it like it is, baby. That's why we love the Consigliere here. Important member of the family. That's right. Look, Soto, he made a grown-up choice. He went for the bag. He went for the perks. Go right ahead. The Yankees are in. The Mets are not right now. So, Mets might get in today. We'll see. Again, the only way they can get in is if they win and the Reds lose. The Reds are playing the Brewers. Okay, they're facing Freddie Peralta, the Brewers ace today. The Reds have Brady Singer on the mound. So it'll be a tough task for the Reds. It doesn't mean it's insurmountable. So yes, a lot of folks underestimate the Yankees' development. They underestimate their farm, the prospects, their international development, their international signings. They just do, but it is what it is. Yeah, if the Yankees brought in Soto, I doubt they would have gotten Fried. I doubt they would have gotten Cody Bellinger too. It would be awesome if the Mets won and the Mets didn't make the playoffs. It would be awesome. And then the Soto still has 14 years to show, that the Mets can be good. And Soto's good. So, yeah, we'll see. It all comes down to today, baby. The Yankees and the Mets. That's why it's fascinating, right? And I won't be live until later tonight, probably 7. That's why I wanted to wait till all the games are ended. They're 1 o'clock games and they're 3 o'clock games. I want to wait for all the games to end so that we know exactly who they're going to play. So, because we don't know right now who they're going to play. We'll see, Dr. C. We'll see. Terry Francona, he usually has these boys ready to roll. So, these top names because exactly too. Well, that's a great point, Effie. One reason the Yankees don't draft high up in the rounds, why, is because they're good every year. The better teams drafted low in the rounds every single year. So, and the Yankees spend, which means what? They drop even further in the round. They went from 28 to 38 or something like that this year for draft picks because they spent over the Cohen threshold 3 consecutive years. So their spending had them drop 10 points in the draft just for that reason alone. Yeah. Yeah, look, if the Mets don't make it with that big of a payroll, then, I'm sure people are going to be chatterboxing. But I would stop short of consistently trolling the Yankees all the time. All right? So, the only way the Yankees can win the division is that they win today and the Blue Jays lose. Now, either way, the Yankees are in the postseason, which is good. So, well, if the Tigers win, then they're in too. But and the Red Sox. I mean, if the Yankees are in the wild card, then they'll have to face either Skubal or Crochet. The Yankees are not in the wild card; they most likely won't have to face them because they're going to be used in the wild card round. So that's something to think about too. This is why it's so important for the Yankees to win today. Yep. Skubal's going to be used for the wild card. Yeah, me too, man. The Astros are out, baby. The Astros are out. I don't know. This picture for the try. I really don't know. I can't look at it right now because I'm live on my phone, not my laptop. Chris Paddock. Okay, Paddock. Let's just close out the series with a win today, regardless. That's all we can do on our part is to win the game. We do that. We've done what we need to do. And hopefully the Reds can take it to the Blue Jays today. But it's not to take anything away from the Jays, who have had a good year too. They have a good team. So do the Yankees. This is what happens in the AL East all the time. This is a bloodbath every single year. Every year. Yeah, man. Yeah. A lot of late starting games today, I see. So it's going to be a lot of... We just got to wait and see what's going to happen. Right? The Tigers had a 15-game lead last month. And they've lost... It's gone. Just like the Dodgers had a 10-game lead. It's gone. Now they clinched the division now, but they're maybe at 2. And the Dodgers have to face either the Mets or the Reds to get the chance to then face the Phillies, which is going to be a harder task if the Dodgers win that wild card round. Right? And the Dodgers, with all that money they spent and their payroll higher than the Mets, you'd think they have the best record. But weren't people saying they were going to win 120 games because they signed Roki Sasaki and Tanner Scott and Reese and Teoscar Hernandez? That didn't happen. They have the worst record of all the division winners in the National League, so they have to play in the wild card round, which is crazy. Yeah. Well, and then if the Tigers don't make it, then we don't have to face Skubal. So, and more than likely we have to face the Red Sox. But we'll see. Yeah, 3 p.m. today, the games. 3 p.m. This is it, man. This is for the marbles today, baby. I hope you're ready to go. I hope you're fired up. I mean, we've said this at least I've said it for months now. This is going to come right down to the wire, right? That I'm not giving the title to anybody. Yankees were not cooked. We had so many people saying the Yankees were cooked, right? And I said repeatedly, I don't care what they do in June or July. I care what they do in September and October, right? They're playing well when it counts the most. And they've kept themselves within striking distance so that when they started playing well, they could retake or come at it for the division. This is exactly what's going on. Okay? Oh, and a female. Let's get fired up, bro. Call it with some good spirit, bro. I hope Ken does the same thing. Anybody that's calling the game, bring that energy, man. We need you guys to will the Yankees. All right? That's what we need, man. Yeah. Yankees have been the best team since the trade deadline. Since the trade deadline. They have been the best team. Yeah. Yankees are playing good baseball. And now they're healthy, too. So, and you need health to play well. So, man, we haven't had Cole all year. So, there's a chance. If they win today, they win 94 games. They match what they had last year with Juan Soto, right? The amount of wins. They won 94 games last year. So, even playing, and again, starting to play playoffs on Tuesday, everybody's at 0-0. It's an even playing field across the board. Oh. Tats is at the game today. All right, man. Let's go, Tats. Bring him some luck, bro. Bring him some luck, Uncle Tats. Yeah. Yeah. Yankees are kind of an underdog team right now. They've been an underdog pretty much all year since they lost Soto, right? Since they lost Soto and Cole. Okay? Cole missed the whole year. Jay Cousins missed the whole year. Clark Schmidt, half the year. Luis Hill, half the year. Stanton, almost half the year. Look at Stanton's stats. He's had 24 home runs and like 200 at-bats. A little over 200 at-bats. Crazy. You put him a full season, he's at a 50 home run pace. Right? And he's heating up at the right time. Aaron Judge heating up at the right time. 53 home runs. We need exactly this stuff heading into the postseason. Right? And Yankees have more speed, more athleticism now. They're more fundamentally functioning defensively. Ryan McMahon has stabilized third base. The defense across the board has made them better. Yeah, Judge did miss 13 games. And that's the other thing, too. I know there's a lot of talk about Cal Raleigh and so on, and he's having a historic season. I get it. Right? And 60 home runs never happened for a catcher. Not even 50. And he's done that. He's leads with the most RBIs, too. But keep in mind, despite that historic season, if you put him in the National League, he would lead in home runs, maybe RBIs, but he wouldn't have the lead in OPS, that on batting average and slugging and on-base percentage and WAR over all those teams. You put him back in the American League, Judge leads those categories, every single one of them, over Cal Raleigh. Okay, and I'm not saying vote the Judge. I'm just saying this is a situation where we're having somebody who's having a historic season for catching, offense, home runs, and RBIs, but who's behind by a mile in 7 other offensive categories that pertain to the MVP. And again, this isn't the most historic award. This is the most valuable player. So has he been valuable to the Mariners? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the stats are all there. It's all in writing everywhere. I've talked about it. Judge leads by like 90 points in batting average, like 170 OPS. It's crazy. His WAR is higher. His on-base percentage, his slugging, everything, with the exception of home runs and RBIs, is higher than Cal Raleigh. And again, too, what was the argument when Jose Altuve won this MVP over Aaron Judge when he hit 52 home runs? That he had a higher batting average, right? That was the argument that folks used, and he did. His batting average is about 80% higher, 80 points higher than Judge was, even though Judge led in 80% of the categories. But now, Judge's batting average is 90% or 80 or 90 points higher than Cal Raleigh, but folks are using the home run argument as Cal Raleigh should win the MVP. Switch hitter, yes, I get it. He's broken the switch hitter home run record too by Mickey Mantle. Awesome. It's broken the catchers to set up a new standard for catchers. But I'm looking also from, is this going to be a freak year, or is he going to come back down to earth next year? We can expect 40, 50 home runs from Judge every single year. The consistency. Yeah, and Judge has been intentionally walked. We know it's crazy. Judge has been intentionally walked 36 times. Cal Raleigh 17, so it's double. Cal Raleigh also, and Judge missed 13 games, so that's about 60 at-bats that Judge didn't have that Cal Raleigh did. So, but you know what the craziest stat is? When Barry Bonds hit 73 home runs in that crazy year, I think it's 2004, I think he batted 330 or 340 that year. He was intentionally walked 120 times. 120. Complete insanity. People were intentionally walking Bonds with the bases loaded. I've never seen that in my life. Ever. Right? I think the race is going to come right down to it. Yes. Cal Raleigh will get votes. Aaron Judge will get. Nothing's going to be unanimous. Just like in the National League, I think it's going to be between Kyle Schwarber and Shohei Ohtani. With even Juan Soto maybe getting some votes. So he's 2 steals away from a 40-40. Juan Soto. So credit to him for that. But Aaron Judge even leads those guys by like 70 points, 80 points in the batting average. And he's got, I think, Ohtani's maybe, does he have 54 runs? Schwarber's got 56, I think. And this is also the first time, I think, in baseball history that we have more than one player in both leagues with 50 home runs or more at the same time. Smack the like button while you're in here, folks. We got 53 folks and 14 likes. Thank you, Jonathan. Hit that thumbs up if you're happy about this Yankee team doing what they're doing right now. If you're excited that this is the last week of the season. We need everybody to bring that good luck, the good mojo, to bring good juju to the Yankees. Hitting that like button is not only greatly appreciated, but also helps transfer that energy to the Yankees. Right? And I thank you for it too. But this is it, man. Like, I'm in my car right now because my daughters are at a birthday party at Urban Air, jumping around and climbing stuff. So I got to go back in there a little bit. But I wanted to do this when the lineup came out, so I get a chance to do it because I don't know if I'll get a chance to do it later. So I wanted to talk to you folks now while we were doing this. Thank you, folks, for hitting that. Thank you, folks, for hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Really, greatly appreciate it, folks. We need. It'd be nice if Judge hit another home run until he got to 54. It'd be nice if Stanton got another home run until he got to 25. It'd be awesome. All right. Yeah, the Yankees are one of the hottest teams going into the year. I'm 100% right, Hayden. 2 cups. There he is. Let's go. Yankees is right, baby. Let's freaking go, man. The season did fly by. Yeah, how many people were down in the dumps when the Yankees went in their skid, right, when they were losing games? And understandably so. Folks thought the Yankees were cooked. Yeah. Grisham. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. If Judge gets 2 today, he gets the 55. So, let's go. Let's go. I'll take it, man. 55 is only 5 from 60. That's, yeah. Yeah. And we'll see. And this is Cal Raleigh's opportunity to try to get to Aaron Judge's 62. It's his last game today. So, it's all for the marbles today. All right? So, let's freaking go. If we win today, we win and if the Blue Jays lose, then we win the division and we get the bye. Then we would play the winner of, I think it would be the Blue Jays and the Red Sox. The winner of that series will play the Yankees in the divisional round. So the best records in the best divisional winners get the bye. The first two winners. There are three divisions. The third division, the third best division, or the first worst, has to play in the wild card round and doesn't get the bye. No. Yep. We just need to get some more. And, one of the things I've been noticing, too, is our starters have been given length. Schlittler yesterday, 7 innings. Blackburn came in 2 innings. Like, we're getting length, so we're taking a load off of our bullpen, which we need to do right now. So, which gives the bullpen some more time. And I expect all hands are going to be on deck today. All hands on deck. Right? Kershaw pitching for LA versus Seattle today. All right. In Seattle, hopefully we got to shut down Cal Raleigh, baby. Shut him down. Shut him down, man. I'm trying to keep just a level head right now. I'll be fired up when I get in front of the TV. I can't wait. I really can't wait. And you folks keep me relaxed. So I thank you for that, too. Before I go back, I would have done it inside, but it's so noisy in there, you wouldn't have heard me, and I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't have been of any value. You wouldn't have heard anything I said. So freaking loud in Urban. I need to get out here. Let's go Jets. Let's go Giants. Let's go Bills. Let's go Yankees. Let's go Reds. Come on, Cincinnati. Come on, Tampa Bay. Right? I'm rooting for the Reds today, and I'm rooting for the Tampa Bay Rays today, aside from the Yankees. Yeah, well, this is true too, Consigliere. We got to limit the walks today for Luis Hill. Just get the ball, just put the ball in play, get on the ground, get some strikeouts, give the Yankees at least 6 innings, please. And let's hope the bats jump on the Orioles early. And I don't even know who's pitching for the Orioles. I don't even care. Pitching for the Orioles, but number one. If we win the division, we get the number 1 seed. Of the best record in the American League and the second best in baseball behind the Brewers. So, yep. Number 1 seed also. What's the difference between the number 1 and number 2 seed? They both get a bye, but the number 1 seed gets home field advantage in the divisional round, with number 2 seed does not. Oh, Kyle Bradish, that's right. Bradish pitched well against us last time, so we got to jump on him, like we jumped on Sugano, like we jumped on Taylor Rogers these last couple games. We jumped on these guys, especially. A lot of folks thought Taylor Rogers was just going to shut the Yankees down like he did last time, and I can't blame people for thinking that, because that's exactly what he did. But the Yankees jumped on him, man. It's like they jumped on Sugano with all those home runs yesterday. McMahon, baby, Stanton, Judge, let's go. Yep. Kyle Bradish, man, let's go. Yeah, and Schlittler. I mean, what can I say about Schlittler and he stepped up when we needed him as kind of a late season ad. Will Warren stepped up. I think he came a year early. He was kind of thrown to the wolves because we lost Cole, and we were relying on Stroman and Cookie Carrasco. So Will Warren got thrown to the wolves a year early, right? And he came up and he stepped up. He's 9-8. In a pretty solid rookie year. What I was worried about was he going to respond well from adversity. He got himself into trouble in the first inning several times this year, but he kind of settled down after that. Had 175 strikeouts as a rookie, pretty damn good. Last year, he got lit up every time he pitched, and they called him when they called him up in September. And that, I think, got in his head, and he kind of worked on that this offseason, which is good. So I'm encouraged by what I saw from Will Warren. Maybe he can take that next step, and when you get 12 to 14 games next year, win. Maybe close to 200 strikeouts. That'll be a nice number 4, number 5. We'll have Garrett Cole back next year. And Schlittler. So you're adding Cole and a full year of Schlittler to continue to develop to Fried. And I can't say enough about Fried. Can't say enough about Carlos Rodon. They stepped up when Cole went down and really stabilized this rotation. So thank you for both you guys. Thank you. I could not thank you both enough. Really can't. Right? Yeah. McMahon. His bat might not be what people are expecting, but he stabilized third base. And I don't care what now that Nolan Arenado wants to waive his. I don't want Nolan Arenado now. We got, I would have been okay with him beginning of the year, but we got Ryan McMahon now. We have him for 2 more years. I do not want Nolan Arenado. No way. So, but this is it. Yeah, just keep playing good defense. Exactly. And he hit his 20th home run yesterday. And if Volpe gets one today, then we'll have 8 players with 20 or more home runs. 8. That's serious production. Serious production. Right? I'll take that, man. I will take that all day. Take it. There's a bee in front of my car here. I'm spraying it with water. See if that gets rid of him or I get stung. When I get out of the car, as soon as I get out of the car, little bastard try to sting me somewhere. A Brewers Blue Jays World Series? Oof. Well, look, the Blue Jays have a well-balanced lineup. And they missed Varsho for a chunk of the year, Santander for a chunk of the year. They did this without them. So I got to give credit to the Blue Jays too. And the ads that they've made, the rotation that they've had, they play good baseball. And George Springer was probably the team MVP. And losing Bo Bichette was a big blow for them. A couple weeks ago, which helped pave the way for the Yankees to kind of recapture some games in the standings. So the Brewers do have a young core. They've got Freddie Peralta. They've got this young Jacob Mizorowski, whatever his name is, and they've got some young pitchers and prospects too. So they have a good-looking future ahead of them. Promising. Yankees Brewers World Series. Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. What do I think is? Well, what I heard, if it doesn't haven't heard, Brent Hedrick has a locker, and they've already said if the Yankees go to the wild card, then Luis Hill is not going to be in the postseason, not going to be on the wild card roster. But it's not going to pitch because he's pitching today anyway. It doesn't make sense to have him on the roster. So they're gonna have Brent Hedrick, who gives them a fresh arm in the bullpen, which makes sense. So by using that logic, the rotation's probably going to be Fried, Rodon, and Cam Schlittler, right? So that'd be my guess in that, because the wild card's a three game best of 3. After that's divisional, they'll probably go 4-man rotation. We'll probably add Hill to that, and then probably, I'm guessing, we'll have Will Warren come out of the bullpen along relief. But you still also have Paul Blackburn. You still also have Ryan Yarbrough as well. Yeah, Yankees versus Boone versus Tito. Let's go. Sounds like a boxing match, right? Roberto Duran versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Let's go, baby. Tito's got to say, no mas, man. No, you can't do it. Right? I want the National League team to say, no mas. Can't take it. The Yankees are just taking it to us. That's what we need from the Yankees, baby. Non-stop knuckle sandwiches. NSKS. Non-stop knuckle sandwiches. That's what I'm talking about. Stone Cold Steve Austin style. Just constantly give him a stunner. No, Hill's not. They've already said, Charles, he's not going to. He's pitching today, so you're not going to pitch Luis Hill on like 2 days rest. That's why they're going to have Schlittler in there, because they'll have the extra day's rest after Hill. It starts Tuesday, so I think it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But even that logic, Hill will be pitching on 3 days rest. So, and if you want him to be there for the division round, we're going to need to give him the right rest. So, yeah, nothing's happened yet. Exactly. They've clinched. Yes, they've clinched, but they haven't clinched the division. So, there's going to be a lot of things that to be decided today. Like the Phillies have clinched the division. Well, actually, all the National League teams have clinched the division. The Phillies, the Dodgers, and the Brewers. We don't know in the American League Central yet. The West, the Mariners, I think, have clinched the division. because the Astros are out now. But in the East and the Central, we don't know yet. It's all going to boil down to today. Yeah, just win today. That's all we can control with the Yankees. We can't control what the Rays do to the Jays, right? Much as I'd like to go there and give some knuckle sandwiches to people, noogies, no, can't do it. Yeah. Yes. Boone said, "Don't take it for granted. You still got more to accomplish. It's just only one thing. Celebrate this, celebrate the next thing. You got to win the division. They'll celebrate that, but don't celebrate like you won the World Series when you just clinched the playoffs. It's not the same thing. It's not. Let the big celebration happen if you win the World Series. If they win the World Series, I'm going to the damn parade, no matter what. I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to that parade. How do you miss the parade? How do you miss the parade? Come on. But I'm not going to, I don't want to get ahead of myself either. Let's just win today, and whatever happens, let's just win the next round. Wild card or the divisional round. Let's just win it. Okay? Get to the ALCS. And then we'll see what happens after that. It is a long season, Steve, 100%. It's not easy to make a playoffs, but so many folks treat it like it is, right? And so many of the folks that are most critical of the Yankees are the ones that have never played the game. Don't understand from a player perspective. Right? No. But it is what it is. People can fan the way they want. That doesn't mean it comes without consequences. Right? But the Yankees, we just need them to win today. Just need them to win. So, let me let you all go. I want you to get ready today. Get some fuel. If the Yankees win a division today, and we find out later, because I also want enough time to prepare my cheat meal if they do, which is, it's a hot dog, mustard, sauerkraut, and then I take peanut M&Ms and put it on top of the hot dog. This is my plan B to the Big Mac and apple pie. This is the other head of the horse, right? I'm gonna down it. The peanut M&Ms gives it a texture you won't believe. This is my plan B, Hayden. Big Mac apple pie I've done already. Okay. Now it's hot dog and peanut M&Ms time. So when I go live, it's probably going to be around 7:30, because that's when the other folks are going to be available. And again, but beyond that, I mean, I got to do bedtime with the girls and all that stuff too. So I have to fit it in when I can fit it in. But appreciate all of yous. Let's do the damn thing today, guys. Love you guys. You're the best. Okay. Dev the Devastator. What's up, brother? Let's freaking go, Yankees. Have a great day, gang. And I'll see y'all after the game. Peace.